sitting on the ball. I still can't complain, and all my kids want things from the ball. They only a few feet tall, but they keep me going. My life was just golden. It's like I was chosen, and there's no opposing. I understand the mystery, but can't see it. Vision. Pew in the system smells like something's missing. That old intuition, take the kids fishing. Anything so they listen before they make a decision that puts them in prison. The cycle was real. Your uncles come out, your nephews go in, do a bullet get on, a new cycle.
All right, everybody. My name is Lady J. Miss. We are here tonight. The show is called BMore Brooklyn. Now, the reason it's called BMore Brooklyn is because I live in Baltimore.
And I live in Brooklyn.
And he's in Brooklyn. So we have the show BMore Brooklyn, and we got a special guest tonight. So for those of you who are looking for a man or you're looking for a woman,
okay. Just set it up. If you're looking for a man,
looking for a woman, we got somebody here who's going to talk to us about that. And his name is Troy Rawlings. Well, wait a minute. Let me say it right.
Yeah, you said it right.
Troy L. Rawlings.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
That's the author name. So when I on the books, it's Troy L. Rawlings. But Troy Rawlings is cool too. So
okay. All right. So y'all, we got Troy Rawlings here, and he is out in Cali. Okay, he's out in Burbank. So we got East Coast, West Coast here. And what time is it there, Troy?
It is 5:22 p.m. here.
Okay, that's right, because y'all 3 hours behind. Okay, so y'all listen, share this video. And remember, we're on the What Up Baltimore radio station. All you got to do is go online, put in What Up Baltimore. You'll be able to pull up the radio station, go to YouTube, put up What Up Baltimore TV, the People Station. You'll be able to see us there. Go on Twitter, What Up Baltimore. You can see us there. So like I said, always say, it's no reason for you not to join us. So Troy. So tonight we're going to be talking about dating. You know, that's one of my favorite subjects.
Mine too.
You see Gilbert shaking his head.
You went for it. You went for it, brother. It's about.
I'm in for it. Okay. You got the right one. She got the right one.
Yeah. So about this dating app that you have. First of all, how did the dating app come about? I'll ask you that first before we get into the ins and outs of the dating app.
Well, the app was actually developed by a sister, a businesswoman.
Okay.
And she came about actually during the whole quarantine, pandemic, everything. And then like I said, she's a businesswoman, and one of the things she was running into is, well, there's no other way to say it, because Kihi dating is considered the Pandora box of dating. She created this thing called the Pandora box.
Okay.
Pretty much the dudes was lying about what they had. And So and not just about their actual package, lying about their psychological, mental, and everything package. They were lying.
See?
Oh my God.
They were but also she found out that it was some businessmen she knew that were going through the same thing. They were, and she said, well, why can't we just have more open conversations? And it was kind of divine intervention. One of my business partners with my top team introduced me to her. We started talking, and I've been doing my sex, love, relationship tours, and they consider me relationship guru comedy for going on 20 years. So I write books about dating, and I deal with, the only thing that's taboo is telling the truth. So my book is called Butt Naked Honest: Conversational Foreplay for Dating. Actually, anybody that registers for free gets a free ebook. So you get a free ebook. Everybody gets a free ebook. If you're here sharing this, you send Lady J email. Huh?
Where do they have to register to get the book?
Oh, Kihi.com. You go to Kihi.com and you register. but also if you go to Lady J and send her a message, because somebody married may be watching it. If you married, you probably going over to Kiki too. It'd be on no. Hey, so she started the Kiki dating, Kiki.com, and Kiki like the laughing, like Kiki, like a woman laughing. So in the Pandora box, but it wasn't just like I said, being uncut, uncensored about, okay, I want to see your physique. I want to see how you look. It's questions like, okay, have you been damaged?
I saw
is your mind, you know what I'm saying? Is your mind damaged? Are you broken, damaged? What have you been through? What are you willing to talk about here in this box? Now, you can register and just be a regular person to register with your phone and doing your thing. But when you go and get a membership, you get to indulge in the full capacity with people who have their Pandora box. Okay, this is stuff, and this is not people just putting stuff out for you to see. This is their Pandora box. They say, you know what? I'm gonna be open about this, and I'm gonna put it in here.
So they're putting like the issues that they may have had or have out there, and for people to say, okay, I want to deal with this. Okay.
Yep.
Oh wow.
And what's so funny is I end up meeting her on a business tip, and when we talk, the philosophy was that's what I've been talking about. You know, my sex, love, relationship shows, Taboo Talk. That's what I talk about. I get past the whole, you know, is this uncut, uncensored? What can I say?
You know what I'm laughing at? I'm sorry, Troy. Somebody said, is it any kind of positions inside the book?
Inside this book?
Yeah. They look at the new positions.
You can email me at Rawlings@gmail.com, and we talk. No, there's no question that's taboo. So if they want to ask the question, let them ask the question.
It just got caught on guard.
Because I was going to say, when you said it's different questions, I was going to say, Lady J got a question that she asked all her potential suitors is, has your saliva been tested? Because she don't want to kiss nobody.
Listen,
one of my hot seat questions was I have a hot seat when I was doing my Taboo Raw Cut Radio, and it's just random. If I'm meeting somebody and they flirting, because let's be honest, the whole thing right now is most people are flirting and sexting before they ever meet somebody. So one of my hot seat questions are, you got any STDs I need to know about? Thank you, Troy. Thank you.
It's not STD. She want to know saliva TDs, saliva transmitted disease.
Yo, you know saliva. You know, through your saliva, you can check for HIV, HPV, and of course coronavirus.
I know. I worked in the health field for 25 years, so I know. That's why
she doesn't seen. What can I use any kind of language on here?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, she done seen ass, blood, titties. She done seen everything.
Boys in the mouth, because they had their mouth somewhere in the bed.
And like, what's this little cold sore you got, baby? No, it's just, I get colds and.
Right.
You're a black man. You ain't got no razor bump.
Traumatized by that, so that would be something that they have to put out there.
Hey, I do write about that in this book because that happened to me. I had a friend who we were kicking it. We started a sexual relationship. We realized we were just better as friends. And later on, this friend told me, it's like, I don't know if it was a year later, months later, she called me. I think somebody died. And she said, oh my God. She has a breakdown because she had a herpes outbreak. Ooh. And I'm consoling her and all this stuff. And then I get off the phone. I'm like, hey, you didn't think to tell me that you had herpes before we had sex?
Exactly.
And she said, oh, you can't pass it on without an outbreak. I said, that's a lie.
That's a lie.
I said, who told you that?
Wow.
You can pass the herpes on. You can pass herpes on without having an outbreak. And I told, the crazy part is, years later, I tell another friend of mine that story. And I come back to a Dear Troy letter that says the same scenario. So after something like that, you probably like, well, I'm good, but why do these people think they can just roll around?
Exactly.
Wow. And not open up about, and here's the thing that's so crazy. yo, if you have learned anything now in this day and age, give somebody the choice. Let them know what's going on. You got cat. You in Baltimore, D.C. area, you got cats who's like, oh, no, sir, you might not want, I actually am HIV positive. He like, so I gotta wear 2 condoms? Brothers just don't.
Yeah.
So what you saying? No, my cousin got it. He got these pills he's been taking for 14 years. Like, but give somebody the choice. That's the biggest thing. If you take away somebody's choice, but here's the funny thing. I think you should ask the questions up front. What do you have to lose? You in there, what do you have to lose up front? A year, 5 months down the road when y'all already crushing and you got feelings and everything, and the person be like, oh, by the way, I got like 5 kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have anything to lose up front.
Definitely.
I met somebody who had he had gotten herpes, I think, from his ex-wife, because they were she was actually cheating on him. And he was talking about it, and he became very unattractive to me after we were talking, because I'm like, no.
So wrong.
His brothers and sisters on here like.
But I said, the thing that I liked was that he was very honest. He talked about at certain times he has outbreaks. So, he tells whoever he's with, that he has, and I appreciated that, because I'm like you, Troy. Let me decide if I want to get herpes. Okay.
I can't say it like that. Or even I'm rolling the dice and like, come on.
Yeah.
Give it to me now. Eddie Murphy.
But people just take, and that's what bothers me, that people take your life for granted, because they just want to have that moment of being in the bed and having a good time, and then after it's over, it's like, oops, by the way. So I
talk about it on the stage. I'm like, there's an out the way and a by the way. I said, I love an out the way system. Let me get this out the way. I got 4 baby daddies. One of them probably on his way now because he just got bailed out. Right. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Let me get this out the way. The by the way, you sitting there on the couch and you hear, like, what's that? Oh, by the way, my baby husband father here. Your husband what? He owns this apartment too. I was supposed to be renting it to somebody, and
oh man,
there's another nigga in the closet right now. I gotta.
That's something real quick, Lady J. That's something that the honesty piece. This is something that I learned this from young. Like, I used to tell my friends, like, you know why you got so many issues? Because you're not being honest. Like, when you take away that choice from somebody, if you know you're dealing with many different people, let them know I'm dealing with many different people, because what they're mad at is the choice that you took away from them to either keep dealing with you or to stop dealing with you. So yeah, you're absolutely right with that part.
And I was just
Van so happy green.
Somebody said
they man or woman, you gotta watch.
That's a woman. She said she's flirting because she can see your lips. She can see your lips, Troy.
All right, Van. You got a cartoon avatar. You gotta do better, Van. Come on now.
Yo.
I ain't fucking with no Charlie Brown character. You gonna have me walking around getting the football taken out. I'm messing around with Van. Get a picture of you, Van. Stop playing.
Yo, she said that's true. Somebody said it's a personal choice. Van said that's true, but they don't. She said these download nasty men sleeping with men and women.
Yeah. Here's the thing, and here's something that's funny. And there used to be a term is politically incorrect now. I'll just say hag. So you got these females that all their friends are gay men. But what they don't tell you, that I know some of them, and some of these gay men are bisexual. Sometimes they kick these bisexual men.
Right.
But most people don't ask the question. That's the hard part. And most people say, oh, ain't nobody gonna tell you the truth. Just ask though. If you ask, at least you start, I have a pretty good meter. If I ask somebody a question, they like, why would you ask me that? And I was like, okay, the first answer she didn't answer. People, but at least ask. And also in the book, I'm a comedian. So I give people ways to talk about stuff that are, I've had conversations with people that, this is one sister used to come to this bartend, white chick, heavy set. Her guy was heavy set, black guy, and they lovey-dovey all the time. They came to the bar and she worked at one of the big amusement parks. I ain't gonna say too much because she might be, you tell all my business. And she came in one day with her girlfriend and they kicking us, hey, where's your guy? She was like, well, I didn't know he died. I was like, he died? What happened? He was like, some kind of liver situation, She was talking about it. I was like, how you doing? She's like, I'm all right. I was like, when people seem too all right.
Right.
I'm like, everything good? She's like, it's just kind of complicated. I'm like, can't be complicated now, motherfucker dead. I was like, complicated mean you having sex with somebody you don't want to be with.
Yeah.
That's complicated.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? And she said, well, he was married. I was like,
oh.
You knew he was married? She was like, no. I was like, wait. She was like, well, he said when we got together, he said he had got divorced or he was separated. I was like, had you ever been to his place? She was like, yes. I was like, you ever see any pictures on his walls? And she was like, I said, it might not have been his place. But I started talking to her and, piece by piece, but I realized people don't ask sometimes. They don't ask certain questions that are basic. And then later on, it turns into something else.
You think they want to know? Like, it's going to ruin the fantasy. You think they want to know?
That's the thing sometimes. And I think what I like what Kihi is doing is because it's different things for different people. Like I said, a businesswoman who was well off started Kihi. And it was really to get past all the junk. If I do want to just have somebody that I'm gonna have fun with, let's talk about all the stuff. And since you bragging, sir, here's my pictures, here are your pictures. And what else have you been through? If I want something serious, let me tell you what happened in my last relationship or why I'm divorced with such and such and such and such. Let's talk. Let's have this conversation. And it's a little deeper than, if you want to just hook up with somebody, you can get that anyway. But I like that when people have more of the conversation piece and put more out there. But I think that whole thing of people gonna lie anyway. No. Don't do that to yourself. Don't put yourself in a position where you're assuming what someone is gonna say. But it's the intentionality behind how you ask. If you're a brother, if a sister comes to you like, where were you the other night? Versus, I didn't hear from you the other day. Two different things. You call her Monday, Tuesday, skip Wednesday, call her Thursday. Most of that conversation Thursday, I'm like, so what you do yesterday? It's patterns. But also for the women, again, give me the choice to date a married man or not. Right. Joyce Butler with the fine fro. Joyce fight the power sister. I see. She hurting feelings, but she about to. But here, because grown women are different. You know what I'm saying? I'm 45. I'll be 46 Sunday. So I'm 45.
Oh, you after mine.
Oh, when is it?
My birthday is Friday.
Happy birthday, Pisces in the building.
Shout out to everybody with a birthday in February right now.
Yes,
my mom's is Valentine's Day. My mother is February 14th.
Oh, my mom's, rest in peace. My mom's just passed away last year. Hers February 11th.
My condolences, bro.
Yeah, man. But it's I think it's funny because the space and time we're in now, we have nothing to lose being open. And shit, ain't nobody worried about your sexually transmitted disease. People want to know if you got COVID. We ain't even talking about. He was like, so you gonna bring some protection? You want me to bring condoms? Boy, I'm 55. I don't need to bring condoms. I need you to bring a mask.
Yeah. Not a mask. Bring a couple of masks and put them on.
So we can't kiss. No, kiss.
No.
Right.
Get up in it, but you can't.
No fucking survivor during COVID. No.
Oh my God. Contactless sex. 6 feet. 6 feet socially distanced sex.
You can get up. I hope you're really packing.
Yeah. For real.
You gotta be. No, you stay down there.
Yeah, you gotta. We can't be too close with COVID going on.
Yeah. Everybody doggy style facing pillows. I can't see.
He'll be telling me to go home because I have too many questions. You moving too fast.
You know what's I think it's dope because I was this is a question I was thinking about, like what separates Teehee from Tinder, from all these other what's that Match.com, all of these different websites, and you answered it when you said like how you could put all your stuff out there and give somebody the choice to really say, okay, yeah, I understand, or I want to deal with that. And is there anything else that Teehee which separates Teehee from all these other sites?
Yeah, it's the I think the flow of it. Something happens when you get rid of the taboos. Everybody goes forth with their representative. So going on to Teehee, it's easy.
Sorry,
it's fun.
I'm saying Teehee. I'm sorry.
Teehee like a laughter, like Keehee.
Yeah.
So it's Keehee.com.
Right.
But when you go on there, it's functional, and then it's for everybody. So when you see the front page, you see men and women, mixed men and women. You see gay couples, you see whatever, so whatever you into, you can go on there. But I think the defining factor is the Pandora box. It's a very adult experience right at the beginning. So it's not.
I want to read some of your questions on here.
Yeah.
It says members, that it's asking about members of your immediate family. I never saw that before. Vehicle ownership.
Oh yeah.
And I was loving it because I'm like, yeah, do you have a JOB and a car? Because if you're riding the bus to come get me, we're not going nowhere. Living arrangements. What are your living arrangements?
Here's the big one. Here's the gangster part of the living arrangements. And I think, here's what people got to understand, especially for our demographic a lot of times. Mm-hmm. Like you was asking about you were asking about what makes it different. 3 of my best female friends are 61, all of them. Mm-hmm. These women look better. They're gonna knock me for saying this, but I'll be honest with you. They probably look better and in better shape than they was 20 years ago I've known these women, all 3 of them, for approximately the shortest amount of time has been 13 years. But at 61, she's retired, making more money than she was working. She looks good, in great shape, likes to hike, do all this stuff. She goes on, I won't say what dating app it is. I'll just say it's a part of a huge social media conglomerate. And it was free. She goes on there and Grace is watching. She's like, tell them they have access. You can give people access to your Pandora box who you into. So it's not like they just see it. If you into this person, you can give them access to your Pandora box. But my friend goes on this dating, this real talk, this really just happened. Can I be your cake with the cherry on top? What kind of cake? You got to get rid of that avatar. You got to send me some pictures. Go on Keehee.com and let me see some real pictures. Because all I see is the avatar. I'm thinking this is like Mushmouth's cousin or something. I don't know who this is. This could be Bill Cosby trying. You got to put in pop the thing. So you forget I'm a comedian. I'm ready for this conversation.
Oh my God!
But no question is taboo tonight, y'all. Y'all can ask anything. So my friend goes on this dating piece. She meets 3 guys. One of the guys, she's 61, so one of the guys is like 59. He's working. He's in a tech company, but he works 6 days a week. 12 hours a day, right? So she comes back and says, oh, he's tall and chocolate. I was like, oh, I didn't know you like chocolate, but he was like chocolate. I was like, okay, calm down. Caramel Brothers represent too. So she, that? So, and then she goes on and she says, cool, but she didn't, the chemistry wasn't there. He just said, hey, it was great meeting you. Hope you find what you're looking for. He was real cool about it. He wasn't interested. Mm-hmm. The other guy, he seemed cool, but he was doing the text thing. Now, mind you, these are 50 and over men. She's retired 30-something years at a high-ranking business and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And this guy's 50-something. He got a business and everything, but he's like texting and stuff, doing different things. There's one guy, she come back with all these gifts, and I like whiskey, and it was great, and da da da. And then I'm talking to her, she's like, yeah, but he severely knock-kneed. I was like, what? He was severely knock-kneed. I mean, like he's disabled. You know, back in the day, we used to say, oh, he bow-legged. Black folks did not call things what they were. Oh, he just, you know, he just act like that. So he would stop spitting on yourself. He's like, does he have Down syndrome? He just be spitting on his chest for some reason. Stop it. Come here. You know, he severely knock-kneed what she said. I said, so what do you mean? Like, you went to meet him at the beach so y'all could walk, right? She said, yeah, we walked about a little bit. And he was like, hey, I got to walk back and see. And I was like, Deb, you like to hike. You like walks on the beach. You tell me this dude can't walk 10 steps without saying, look, hold on to me now. Hold on. But he never mentioned it.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Now, ladies, y'all let me know, the ones that are watching right now. You meet a guy. He seemed like he all this and that. Obviously, you just seeing this. You meet him, and he rolled up to you. Hey. He rolled up to you walking like Ray Charles on a bench. What? you like, is that something you should tell somebody ahead of time?
Absolutely.
Like, because now she's uncomfortable because she doesn't. I said, did you ask him how it happened? Right. And she's like, no. I'm like, you're 61 years old. You looking for what you looking for? You know, but what I like about something like Kiki, you know, when everybody's getting open, transparency begets transparency. So if I'm transparent with you from the beginning, no matter what my situation is, you got a choice. It's like you go from, I think he's cute, but he got a daughter and he this, and he's an entrepreneur and he lives in Cali. He did, you know, if you give everybody everything, then we don't have to waste each other's time. I think the stuff that happens is the waste of time part. Mm-hmm. And that might be a friend later on, that might be whatever. So I like the fact that Kiki has done a very professional way, but it's direct and to the point. And for me, it was dope because I'm like, man, I should have thought of this. Why did I think of this? You might want to hire me. You hire me? Okay.
So you don't think that being too truthful up front can kill a deal? All right. So meaning,
what's the deal though? You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't want to tell.
Right. Because I like
now I'm not talking about if you have kids, them seeing your kids. That's different. You know. But if you have a child and you're a man or a woman, I'm a father. I love my daughter. If I meet a woman and we meet and we talking and stuff like that, and it never comes, and I'm somewhere in the conversation,
right?
And it never comes up that she has a child. I know this one sister, she's fine. We kicked it before we did it, and she never talks about her children. Now, that may be a safety point, but it's a red flag to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I didn't ask to see them, but for a woman that doesn't talk about her kids, that's almost like I also throw red flags up when I talk to women and they say they don't have a lot of female friends. I don't have any female friends really,
or no friends at all.
No friends at all is one thing, but no female friends. That's like a guy saying most of his friends are female, and like a woman saying most of her friends are male. The reason I say that is because who do you go to when you got to talk about male stuff?
Right.
Who do you go to when you have to glean from a woman? Am I crazy, girl? Because this is what's going on. He was like, no, you're not crazy. That happened to me last night. Oh, okay, woo. But if you don't have that meter, you know, so it's. I think there are some. If there's something that you don't want to say, I don't believe you have to say it. But nowadays it's like you should be able to be open about whatever you're gonna be open about. Because here's the thing, I've had so many times where you flirting with something. Like the sister was on here with the avatar, looking like one of the teachers from the Cosby Show. Come and get you right now. Where I'm pulling up on a horse, and she riding a horse. So, unless she is a person now. Do you really have a horse? Because I know some black women that got horses that live near here. Because I live near Equestrian Center. See, you got to bring. So watch, I get a text later. It was like, that was me. I just go by van, so happy green. See, your ass is playing games already.
That's okay.
Gilbert, be careful. Your wife, Gilbert ain't said nothing bad. He been the consummate professional. Whoever she is, she's dropping dimes. He's like,
Right? Look, see, that's the problem right there. Like, damn.
All right, we want some taboo questions. Hold up, don't forget, y'all. Let me say this again. Everybody, right now, if you're single, whatever you're thinking, go to kihi.com. If you register to kihi.com, you get a free copy of the book. Butt Naked Honest, Conversational Foreplay for Dating, asking the hard questions up front. Look at that gorgeous man on the back. Look at that book. Look at it. Oh, you're gonna get the ebook. So
Troy, why are you still single? You can't find anybody?
I'm single because I'm in California. I'm a dad.
Oh, okay.
I have options.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still single. I'm single for the time being.
Enjoy.
For the time being.
Enjoy.
You said it, Joe. How long you been married, Jay?
We've been together 13, 14 years, I think. Yeah. Help.
I will never.
Did you mean to say that out loud?
No. Sorry, no.
I will never do that again, ever.
He said help. I'm like, he didn't even. He's like,
oh my goodness.
What you trying to say, bro?
No, listen. I enjoy it. I chose this young lady because she exactly what you're talking about. You know, I seen it in her, and then when I met family, like her mother, her sisters, I seen the same type of behavior, the same pattern. So I knew it was authentic. I knew that everything that she talked about and she did, she was real about it. And also she pushed me to a next level because when I met her, like that's why I was saying, do you think that being too truthful up front could kill a deal? Because sometimes people won't see the potential in a person because they're judging them off of what is in front of them right then and there. And I think I spoke to Lady J about this. Like, Lady J, these guys are sending signs, and they might have a little. You might could do something with it. And she's like, no, go get tested. They gotta have this. They gotta this. And I'm like, oh man. So
Well, also it depends on Lady J's experience. If Lady J has had a scare, I told you I had enough scares to be able to ask everybody up front.
Yeah.
Now that doesn't mean everybody's gonna be serious, but I wanted to write about it in a book because I realized people weren't talking about it. Mm-hmm. And I'm a comedian. I can take anything to the stage. See, that's where I learned the transparency piece. And somebody was a Charlie Mayo would die. But anybody can go. I have a profile on Kihi, so you can go and find out about me on Kihi. The owner was like, tell him you on there, Troy. But it's one of the things that's so dope about right now is that we don't, like Lady J said, you said something key. You, like you said, you met your lady in a good time. And I take it she ride or die. Like she got your back no matter what.
Yeah.
For me, that's a big deal. Mm-hmm. And as you get older, it changes. Because when I was younger, and even in recent things, when I'm talking about certain things, like prayerfully and mindfully, I had to be very open about changing this. Like, just like women like, oh, he got to be bop, 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 bop. I'm like, she got to be with me no matter what.
Right.
She gotta, if I'm because if we're gonna make those vows, that's what they say, but people don't think about that, in sickness and in health. And it's like, in health, we both good. In sickness, it ain't even AIDS no more. It's COVID, and you by the bed with your mask on, holding their hand, and they might not come out. Mm-hmm. Richer and poorer, it's that box that we laying in together on the street, or the house. Are they really in for all of it?
Right.
Because I heard I had an instance where somebody was dating a guy. The guy got cancer, and the girl said she didn't sign up for that. And somebody told me that story, and I knew both of them.
Wow.
And it just kind of hit me, and I was like, because you got to weigh it from both angles. Mm-hmm. Maybe she didn't sign up for it, even though he was all in. He might have been all in, but she ain't signed up for that.
That's unfair. How do you sign up for? Or knowing that somebody is gonna get sick. That's like she's like saying,
you don't.
Right.
You don't know.
You walk outside, you get hit by a car, you paralyzed. Oh, I ain't signed up to take care of no, disabled person. Mm-hmm. That's like, come on,
That's deep.
That's why I said,
deep.
before you sign those papers, see, I'm not going to sign those papers anymore because that's like a when I got
You were married before, Lady J?
Yes, and when I got my divorce papers, it was like freedom papers when I got them. I was running out of the courtroom. I said freedom, and that will never. You won't get me to sign them papers no more. Never.
So, Charlie,
how long were you married?
27 years.
Whew.
I got married when I was young. Both of us were young, and we weren't ready. I think men really have to get that play out of their system, before you go and get married. You gotta
cheating.
Yeah. And it was a lot. So I'm like this right now, me and Gilbert, he be laughing sometimes, but like I'm like this. I'm so happy by myself right now. Right now, like I don't want to get to know your kids. I don't want to get to know your family. I don't want to get to know nobody. We can go hang out for a little bit, but as far as getting into a relationship, no, I don't want that because I don't want to get to know these people all over again. I'm not trying to form anything but a friendship.
Oh, and that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's a great thing to shift it back to Kihi. That story right there is great to be there because the guy that's looking for that, he's like, shoot, she my type of woman. And she want to know if my saliva's good. I'm going to call her now. because you already have it. Everybody has a story. Here's the funny thing. We'll use our story in business what's your story? And we talk, I was married this long and I didn't know I could do this. And I became this entrepreneur. But we don't take our story into the relationship. Right. Like that's a great thing for somebody to know because he's like, okay, so this is a lady I can kick it with. We can go out. We can do it. If we vibing, that's a good person to have. And no one knows what happens past that. I was like, and I tell people because people's like, why can't I just have friends with benefits? And why I got to be so complicated? I said because sex, the misuse of anything is abuse. Right. And if you don't know sex has two main reasons: to have children and to draw two people closer together. Mm-hmm. So if you having that good old sex and you're like, why are you catching feelings? Right. Because y'all, but we ain't in a relationship. You are in a fucking relationship. It's a fucking relationship.
Exactly. I was going to say what Lady J was saying when she said, like, I don't want this, I don't want that. And I just think about myself and I say, shit, he was dealing with me. After a while, you're going to be like, listen, we got to take this a step further because I don't know what you're doing. So it's like, I hear you, but I know I know how that pattern go. Like you come in there like, listen, this is all I want. I don't want nothing else. Then a few months down the line, you like, yo, so where we going with this? Or yo, where you was at last night?
And that's nothing wrong with that because everybody is like this right now. Everybody's, everybody, but you can't. Love makes you more vulnerable to anything. Right. So you can't love like this.
Right. So this guy took me out one time. It was a couple of years ago, right? He kept asking to take me out. I met him through someone else. So it was over the phone that I actually met him. I didn't see him in person, but I was like, okay, it's a Sunday, we'll meet up, we'll go out. First of all, he had like on a few different colors. He was coming from church. He had like one of those big, it wasn't like the little handkerchief. He had like the big one, that you kind of, it almost like
Cali. I thought you meant he was like banging or something. He was coming up on you, he was like,
yeah.
3 different colors. I was like, wait,
the one in here was the one he was gonna put down for his plate because it was so big. So we get at the table, and he was just like talking, and he ends up telling me that he had fallen on hard times. He's living with his parents. Listen, I'm not talking to you. You live with your parents. You like 40 something years old. I'm done right there. Like you can just give me my food. I'm ready to go home. And then he continued talking, right? And he was talking about his job, like he has a part-time job. Okay, now you X'd off even more. And then what really got me,
all this stuff is perfect for Kihi. You don't have to waste the time.
Right. But this is my thing. When I don't know, maybe you might see this differently, but when I'm out with somebody and they pull out cash, maybe because I don't use cash, and they're like, he was like counting, like really counting to make sure he had enough. And I'm sitting there looking at him like, He just totally wasted my afternoon. You wasted my time.
So he went in and hold up. Let me make sure
I felt
Can
like
y'all hear me good?
Yes, we can hear you.
Somebody tried to call me. The mic got lower. Let me see if I can make sure my mic is up because I want to hear
you
that.
good.
You good?
Oh, y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna show you how he was.
He was sitting there counting that money like he had just come from the ATM machine.
He like this.
Like
this.
Yep, that's what he was
Hey Jay, wait. Yo, he flipped it.
like, let me make sure I got enough to pay this bill. Oh my goodness, that's exactly what he was doing. I'm like, look, bro, I'm just ready to go home. Like that was a little bit too much for me. Like you're doing way too much.
Right.
Too much. Because if you can't afford to take me out, like it's cool. Just say you can't afford to take me out.
Right.
So he said he had cash and he couldn't. And here's the thing, because I'm an entrepreneur, so I've been through every up and down of it. Every up and down. Every up and down. So a lot of times I didn't realize until later on. One time I was just at home and I was still in Baltimore this time. And
right.
There was this one, was it Baltimore here? It was one sister, and she would call me and be like, so when are you gonna take me out? And I was like, what is the violence? But I realized, because a lot of times women be like, why do guys think every time they take you out, they're gonna get something? Here's the thing that's so funny. I didn't realize that some.
But I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Did I freeze?
No, hold on, Trey. You can hear me, Lady J?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, everybody's good. He's not frozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that some women, and the website, somebody just said, the website is keehee.com. Keehee, KEEHEE.com. I didn't realize that some women, because people were texting me, and I realized people were watching because they texted me. That's what happened. It came down. I was like, I didn't realize that some women think that you taking them out to dinner is the perfect start for a sexual evening. Like I felt the chemistry with the sister. I was cool if it happened or if it didn't, but her thing of why don't you take me out and this, that, and other was leaning into that versus just, and I've had some sisters that we were literally just kicking it on a sexual level. And when I did want to take it further, I remember taking this one sister out. I don't drink a whole bunch. So I took this one sister out, and I call all women sisters. So this sister was Latino. John Hansborough, what's going on, Jay? So I took this one sister out, and we went to one of my favorite Italian restaurants. We sitting there, we talking, and I'm the dude, the talk dude, because an Italian restaurant, dude. You in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
And you in Baltimore, so y'all know we spoiled. Yeah. They don't have a lot of good restaurants here. We spoiled. New York, Baltimore, East Coast, down south. Oh, so I'm in Italian. I'm sitting at the booth like I'm really Italian. I'm like, yeah, we talking and stuff. And we like, oh, the sauce. Where's the chef? The sauce. I'm doing this, and they're like, does he know what this means? I'm like, oh, the sauce. So she's looking at me like a deer in headlights, and I'm realizing she's a different person when she's drinking. It's 1 PM.
Right.
And I don't want that. I don't want a chick that can't have fun sober with me. I don't ever want somebody to wake up, a woman to wake up and be like, did we do something last night? Did we do something last night? I don't want that. So even with that, it's good to let people know up front what you're about and this, that, and other. And it seemed like you met a young old player because he was in his pocket pulling out cash and like, I'm part-time gig, but I sleep on the couch sometimes. But how's your living situation? You said all that in one breath before we got dessert.
Too much. You talking too much. And it wasn't like a date. It was, I'm coming to, say hi and all of that. That was not a date for me, It wasn't a date. It was just me coming to meet you, and that was it. But give me a chance to say how I feel. You telling me all about you on the sofa. Like, you lost me as soon as you said, I'm at my mom's house. I was already gone. I had already left the restaurant, you know?
Exactly.
Women are golden at that.
You know, I'm thinking about
You're flipping the money over. 5, 10, 15, 5. Did I drop a 5?
oh my
like, no, brother. It's the same money.
Like, do you have, and then, you know, and then the other thing that I don't like is when guys assume that it's okay to like reach out and kiss you or, you know, hug you, whatever. Like, don't just assume that that's okay, because I might not be feeling you like that, you know. And then I went on another date with a guy, and my friend and her fiance, we all went out to the movies. We went out to dinner. I drove, you know, he said, you know, I'll follow you, make sure you get home. I got home, I get out the car. Dude is getting out his car, and I'm thinking to myself, where's he going? Because I didn't invite him inside. So he comes, he walks me to the door.
That's polite. All that's polite up to the door.
Yeah, and then go home. But you know,
what happened when he got to the door? You know, my head.
Yeah, I was like, I said, okay, thank you. He said, oh, you're not going to ask me in. So I was like, asking for what? So he came in, and the moment he came in, he like reached forward to kiss me. He had his hands like this to go to my face to kiss me. And I'm looking at him like, no. And he really got an attitude. So I got my wallet and I asked him how much was the movie, how much was dinner? Because if you thought that you were going to get something from dinner and a movie, I could take myself to dinner and a movie. Like, you really didn't do anything. Get out.
And here's the thing, and this is a big deal. And the website is kihi.com. Kihi, like a laugh, ladies. Like you laugh and do tickling you just right. Kihi, you know. So kihi.com. So here's the deal. Where do people? That's why the Pandora's box is so cool, because you can get past all that. And ladies, especially ladies and men, you can get past all that. Guys, you get a chance to talk about stuff, because guys don't get a chance to talk about it until they feel comfortable with you. And that's what throws a lot of women off. So all of a sudden the guy's on his best behavior, his representative's there, and then he feel comfortable with you. Oh, and don't let it be some chemistry and you really feeling him and he get comfortable and he just start opening up and you're like, Then you got to make a decision, because you really see, when a woman is attracted to you, a lot of your bad stuff is like, wah, 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 wah. It's like she'll let a lot of women are used to letting a lot of stuff slide.
That's all right. That's your past. You ain't gotta worry about
that. Because dude, if you telling her I was just locked up a couple years ago, I had to hold it down, and she's like, it's okay. It's like, everybody got a past.
Right.
You probably can get it tonight, because she's like, she ain't hearing nothing you got to say. She's like, yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, and I had to, catch the bus. Oh, you need a lift? How far you live? Well, I'm still staying at this halfway house. How many guys there? Women, especially women of a certain age, women know what they want. And I think that's what the owner of Kihi, when she started it, he was like, look, if these guys are business people, why are they coming at me wrong? Like you said, and guys, you got to read chemistry. Women too. So some women get their faces broke because they don't read chemistry. You got a banging body, everybody after you. And this one guy is really trying to vibe. Let me tell you something, women. If a guy is staring at you the whole time you're talking, and when he talks, he's not like looking. When a guy looks around, he's talking, he's comfortable with you, but he's also there. If a guy is staring at you while he's talking to you, he ain't heard nothing you said. Because we don't listen like that. If you listen, he's listening to you. But when he goes to talk, he sits back, he gets in his comfort place, he settles in. He's intent, but he's looking at you. But it's like I tell women in business. If you go into a business meeting and the guy's in your mouth like this the whole time you're talking, and he's talking to you, looking in your eyes, he ain't hearing nothing you got to say.
He looking at because you wearing and your body and damn, I wish I could.
Right, because a guy that's a pro at it can look you in your eyes from here and see your whole body. Like, right. Yes.
But I have to say that women do know. Like, I mean, at least I know, because there's a whole lot of guys that I know have already undressed me, and I'm sitting there looking at them. You know, you feel like they're looking through you, but they're looking at, like you said, they're looking up here, but you can feel, you can literally almost feel their eyes like all over your body.
And if ladies, you think
for me, I don't want women undress me and all of that and think I don't.
Right. I've been hearing, that's why when the girl said the thing about the lips, I've been hearing the thing about my lips since middle school. Tracy Jones wrote it in my middle school yearbook. Troy with your
I feel cheated on because last week she told me she wanted to sit on my lap. So I don't know what she's doing.
The same chick? Yes. The same chick with the Disney avatar?
So I don't know how to feel right now. So as soon as the new guy come on the scene, you off this.
Yeah, Gilbert, you got some competition now.
I see, like,
oh, Lord.
Look, she put on here and she will get on the airplane and come and meet Troy. That's what she
played the card. She played a card, brother.
Yo, and you know what?
I've
been doing this so long. I'm like, you got it, bro. Yeah. Got it.
She playing a card. She dealing off. You know you misdealt, right? You know you messed up though.
So Troy, do you ever have anybody who comes back and says that, because people can lie filling out this stuff. Do you ever have anybody that comes back and says like they met somebody and they weren't really who they said they were on there?
You got to meet people. No, so far it's been stellar.
Okay.
It's pretty new. It came out during, I think it's also because of the time that the owner developed it. She developed it during COVID.
Okay.
So the majority of what y'all gonna have is conversation, Zooms, stuff like that. You know, well, I can play 7-Eleven. Girl, you telling your age now. She must be around the way. She definitely on the East Coast because the only people who know about 7-Eleven people that played when we play hide and go seek, our base was that big electric generator that generated for the whole neighborhood. That's the green base. He was like, y'all see that high voltage thing on there? Y'all hitting it? Say it. Yeah, you telling your age. And where you from. That right now everything has been stellar. But you are going to meet people. And the great thing about this time that we're in is you don't have to rush, y'all. Y'all can take your time and talk and see what's what and investigate. There was this thing with Kamala Harris, and she was on Sunday morning or something, and the lady said, "Oh, you guys met on a blind date. Tell me, Kamala, did you Google him?" And she was like, "Oh, no one's ever asked me that." And you know, she got that gangster laugh, and she looked at him. She's like, "I did." He was like, "What? Wait, what?" He said, "Your friends told you not to, but did you?" She a prosecutor. Of course, she Googled him.
Yeah, of course.
So ladies and gentlemen, you can Google people too.
And get their court records and everything. Yeah.
Yep.
Go to court.
Damn, LadyJ, get their court records, their dentals. Yeah.
I get everything. Court records, you know, they gotta pretty much fill out a whole application. If they're not willing to fill it out, it's okay. You know, bring your resume of your history and, you know, your health history and all this stuff. And if you don't,
all right, now this one for the brothers, LadyJ. So what are you bringing to the table?
Listen, let me tell you something. I bring a lot to the table. I bring a whole lot to the table. You want me to start listing it?
Not an item, yes. We need items.
Itemization.
Listen, I'm very, very self-sufficient, educated. I don't depend on anyone. I have my own mind. I'm building my own business. I'm building a legacy and empire for my children and my grandchildren whenever they come.
Okay, I've heard a lot of I and my, so tell me some other stuff.
Listen, I'm the kind of person that, you know, when I love you, like you talk about ride or die, and that's why I got hurt a couple of times, because when I really love somebody, like I love you, I'm a ride or die chick, and I'm always going to be there. I got your back 100%. Unfortunately, a couple of people didn't have my back. You know, they just wanted to ride on my back.
They just wanted to ride.
Yeah,
they wanted to ride. They didn't want to die part.
Yeah.
Now,
so,
how do you tell? Because when I talk to women, and I've been doing my tour for 17 years, and with this, it's great because you get to meet a whole new set of people. And we have some live events coming up. I'm also going to be producing some live events But like the owner was like, she better sign up and put all that in Pandora's box. Because I told you that's great. Because all of a sudden you meet a dude and he want to talk about you. He want to talk about that. And I think one of the main things I talk about is that a lot of us have been groomed and trained, especially our daughters. Shoot, I'm doing it with my daughter. But I have to get in the mind not to just train her to be independent, but healthy interdependence.
Yes.
That's the part that when I talk to my psychiatrist friends and my therapist friends, that's the part that most marriages are having a fit with, because their independence was tight. Then they get together and they don't know how to coexist. So it used to be, the guys used to say, and women used to say, I want to get married and start a family. Now they say, I want to get married to have. And it's because we're trained in independence, not healthy interdependence. And I think that's the big thing. I want us to realize that we're put on this planet to coexist. And some women be like, I don't need a man, I want a man. I don't need a man, I want a man. It's funny, because God thought we needed you so much, he created you.
My son is here. My son is, I'm like, who is that? That's my son, because his dad's name is Eric Anthony. So I'm like, wait a minute.
He's like, I got your back, shorty. You don't need none of them. You don't need none of them.
You don't need none of them niggas. You don't need none of them.
I don't go now.
No, he holds her down. That's one thing I can say. That young man holds her down.
Yeah. My son, I got a good son. But
man, so happy green is changed. Van, if I don't even know if that's her. I don't know if Van Green is her name. Right. But if I don't see Van Green's real picture, if I see some kind of avatar.
Oh my goodness. Y'all got my stomach hurting for real.
Oh my gosh.
So Troy, this is the other thing, right? I'm asking you all these questions because it's nobody's asking any questions. If anybody wants to call in real quick, let me put the number up, because
it doesn't just have to be dating questions. It can be sex, love, relationships, uncut, uncensored.
Yeah,
so anything.
You can ask whatever you want. But the reason I was asking you about, do these people really tell the truth? Because like early on when I got divorced, people were telling me, go meet this person, go to dinner. So I get to Applebee's, right, to meet this guy. Mind you, I'm 5'1". Okay, when I put on, I wear heels all the time, so I'm a little bit taller. You just a little bit when I put heels on, but I'm 5'1".
You find out Lady J a brick house. You 5'1". Think you slick, G. Sorry, Eric Anthony. You call my mama brick house.
The guy that I met. My heels on. Listen, I'm looking around for this guy. Right?
Listen. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I'm looking for this guy right at Applebee's. I forgot his name, but anyway, he told me his name, told me what he was gonna have on. So I see this guy and I'm like, that can't be him over there. This guy, like I said, I'm 5'1". He must have been 4'11", right? And he had, all I saw was these big, huge diamond earrings on his ear. And I was like, no, he can't be the one. And then I told him what I had on. He came over and he's like, oh, hey, Charlene, how you doing? And I was just looking like, this I'm always getting the setup, not that there's anything wrong with short guys, but I'm already short. Why do I want to look down at you and hug you?
Well, see, that's the thing. That's what I like about, that's why y'all got to go and you put exactly what you're looking for. And here's the thing, and I tell people this, the guy that created Plenty of Fish, they were talking about the success level he had. Okay. Yeah. And they was like, how are you getting all the success? And the dorky little white nerdy looking dude, glasses, his girlfriend got glasses on, his whole house is white, like American Psycho, and he has this check on his table for like $500,000 or something from Coca-Cola. This is years ago at the beginning. Mm-hmm. And he was like, so what is the success you do? He said, well, we do algorithm, we study certain things, and we look at what women say they want, and all the God-fearing and this and that and that. And then we look at what they search, and we send them more what they search and what they say they want.
Oh, okay.
So if I can tell anybody anything about Kihi, be honest. The Pandora box started because a businesswoman said that some guys was lying about their package and everything else.
Right.
And she was like, well, if we going there, let's go there. If this is an adult piece, let's go there. And the Pandora piece, and it's a part of membership. And also, the membership has its privileges. You get in there and you want to get open with people, you do it that way. So I like it because a lot of people are doing that kind of stuff anyway. They saying they not, but most people want to know everything you want to know. Get all the superficial stuff. But I was talking to another interview the other day, and we was talking, the brother brought up about virgins. I said, I'm glad you brought that up. Because a lot of virgins are going on, and I know men and women who are virgins in their late 30s, 40s, it's probably some in their 50s. Right. But they want to go on a date. And some of them ain't trying to wait for the Lord. They're trying to find the right person. They tired. They want to go on, but they want to be somewhere where it's safe and they're not going to be judged. So their taboo is different from mine. Their Pandora box is probably like, do you have a problem with someone who's been abstinent for 20 years or a virgin or stuff like that? And I'm a guy that if I see something like that, I'm like, do I really want to be somebody everything? But somebody's cool with that.
You have a call.
We got to stop making it so taboo.
Yeah. You have a call. Hello? Caller?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm calling for Troy. Troy, how are you?
You sound like a teacher, like I did something wrong. I'm good. Troy, how are you?
This is the cartoon character. This is Van So Happy Green.
Oh.
Van So Happy Green. What's going on, Van So Happy Green?
I love you.
I love it.
Love or love like?
I was sitting in your lap, but I want to sit in your lap. Gilbert is my side piece tonight.
She said Gilbert is my side piece.
I'm a side piece.
Oh, my goodness. I'm looking at you. Oh my God. I got dining room eyes and bedroom eyes and dining room lips looking at you.
Oh my gosh.
You got bedroom eyes and what?
And dining room lips looking at you.
I think she said her stomach grumbling, looking at you.
It did sound like she said she got diarrhea looking at me. I'm like, what? I'm not into that. That's not my two guys, one love. And ladies, you want guys to have their rap together. Get your rap together. That's the thing with ladies. Y'all get so carried away. Y'all just, the waterfalls start happening.
To be honest, I want you to put me in your book. I'm gonna sit right on top of it.
What?
You're sitting on top of my book. She must have a big butt. And the owner Kiki just said, if you don't get over there and make an account so you can get all up in Troy's stuff, she said, have her show herself on Kiki. You got to show. She must have a huge behind because everything she said is sitting on somebody.
She said, yes, she does.
And guys, that, I don't know too many guys, especially black men, that don't. Charlie Mayo said, Jesus be offense. Did she say diarrhea? I thought so too, Jasmine. I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
I'll get you next week. I'll get you next week, Gilbert.
No, yo, you can't keep coming in and out my life like this. I'm about to go on to. I ain't with all of this.
I want Troy tonight. Troy right now. 8-ball pocket right now.
8-ball pocket. Yo, is she? You better be careful. She's starting to sound like you're in New York, ain't you?
No, don't do that to me.
Kihi.com, y'all. Y'all want one thing I say.
Good night.
She said good night, Troy.
Oh, good night. Have a good. Thanks, man. That was fun.
She got my wife on here talking about you ain't tell me somebody wanted to sit in your lap. Look at this.
That's Carice. Carice Crawford. Miss Crawford, how are you? Oh, it's that kind of show? That's what we doing tonight? Run, cuz. Jasmine Spain said, run, cuz. Run. Yo, oh, hold up. I want all the women that are, here's something I want to do, especially because that's probably looking. All the women on here that like sex as much as or more than men, I want y'all to put hands up in emojis. Because that's one of the things I do in my Taboo Talk joint, because the misconception is guys go in with this preconceived notion all the time. Right. And if you a player and you think you Michael Jordan, Negro, she the one writing the check. She saw you when you walked in the club. Like I know women who have seen a guy come in. By the time you, hey, what's up? You say, hey, you get to the bar, and he was like, oh, hey. She done walked over to bump you. That is a move. That's a professional player move. The walk around the room, bump you, say, excuse me, catch eye contact, and you looking at her like, oh, and if she got a big booty like Van, she probably back into you like, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
hey.
Wow.
I mean, y'all the number one players. Y'all, we ain't got no game on any female.
Yeah.
And if a female think now, they will do a full court press and call. Lady J took the number there. She's like, this shit crazy. She calling my cell phone.
Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
This is what Kiki is about, though. I want y'all to. The reason that they made me an ambassador is, for one, I'm open. I'm Mr. Relationship Guru. I love comedy, and Kiki is about fun. That's why it's Kiki, the laughter thing. Kiki.com. It's about fun. It's about having fun. It's about adult fun. It's about being open, so you don't have to come back and saying, oh, I met this person and this, that, and other. No, the dude told you what he was looking for. He told you he wasn't looking for anything serious. He's been hurt several times before. He just wants somebody he can kick it with. Dang, it sound like Lady J's profile. She just want to make sure your saliva is right, you know. Right.
Yeah. It'll be a minute before he gets to the saliva anyway, because we got to see paperwork. So until then.
Paperwork. Don't worry, brother. You come in there right. If you heard, I don't know what's your type, Lady J.
You know what? Okay, I'm glad we're there. Okay, we're there. I love black.
You love what?
Chocolate men. And I think, but I love all black men. I think black men are just beautiful. Like
How tall?
At least, like you got to be tall. I want to look up at you. I want to be able to put my head on your chest. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you 5'1", you 5'1", flat-footed. So if a dude 5'8", you on his belly, it'll be 5'8". So you ain't got.
My son is 5'9". So
that's not my chest, baby.
Yeah. So 6'1" or something like that. But
women so gangster. Women can be 5'1". You never heard a dude that's 5'2" something. I need a 6'2" woman. They were like.
We like to be held. That's why we like to be held. So
you like to feel like you can melt into a dude's arms, right?
Yeah, if you're 4'11", I feel like I'm hugging my nephew. So I need somebody a little bit taller, so I can like put my head on his shoulder and that kind of thing. You're sitting
business. What kind of work? Because you're an entrepreneur, you got different things. What kind of work should he do? Is there a certain amount he should be making?
I'll be really honest. My thing is this, because I feel like when you get to a certain age, if you're serious about life and what you're doing, you can't be a construction worker. I'm not going to say that because they don't have jobs year round. They have to kind of look for work in between. But they need to have some kind of stable job, stable income, have your own place because you're not living with me. Have your own place, your own transportation. Just be self-sufficient. He doesn't have to be rich, but I'm just saying a lot of men and I hate
now
to
these
say
are basic things. So let me say, because I've heard this stuff before. These are basic things. Women, if you're going through this and you're nodding like, yeah, why do I keep meeting guys like that? Because you keep meeting guys like that. Mm-hmm. So if you want that, a guy that works a regular, because most of y'all sound like y'all talking a guy that works a regular job, he got good money, he got his own things, he this, that, and other. and he's single and not gay, because I take it you don't want him to be bisexual.
Oh, heck no. Mm-mm.
Okay, so he's not gay and he has all these things in order. So you know you want that. What happens when the construction worker that look like Jama and Hansu come up with sleeveless shirts on and bumps into you at the restaurant? He's like, oh, and all that drips down your legs now. All that, you were like, well, his saliva might be all right. You know, all that contract stuff just ooze down your leg. He's like, oh, just like, hey, look, I don't always look like this. I'm a foreman. I happen to have my own construction company over here. And you're like, huh?
Hey, as long as he can tell me that he has a full-time job and he's working year-round, he's good. But he can look as good as he wants to. If he only working a seasonal job, that's the problem.
No, we're talking about a man that got all the things that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
Because your list is pretty, and ladies, that's pretty basic. You want a guy that's working. You want a guy that's professional. You want a guy that's got a regular gig, and you just happen to want a chocolate man. And he has to be 6'2". You want a chocolate man that's 6'2". How is he built, Lady J?
Not skinny. Like he gotta have some, you know, he got not.
Dad bod. Can he have a dad body?
Oh no. He gotta have like.
So let me hear this. Now you're getting into the Kevin Samuels area. That guy with the glasses on, that's sitting back, listen to the women like, tell me what you're looking for. Tell me.
Oh, the one. So, I think I know you took.
Rate yourself. You know what I'm talking about? Rate yourself from 1 to 10, and you can't use 7.
No, but I hear what you're saying. I mean,
Eric said it. Eric, your own son said it.
That's what I said. Your list is a bit excessive, and I told her this.
Extensive, right?
Thank you, Eric. I told her.
Now, mind you,
the time he tells
I want to hear the woman. I want to hear women's thing on this, because I love it, especially hearing it from the professional woman that's there.
Right.
So I don't think you have to let down your standards if that's what you want. But like somebody, because you know I do the relationship stuff, and everybody sent me Kevin. I think his name is Kevin Samuels, the brother that's sitting back and have the glasses on, and women be calling him
on the women. He be going
because he considers an 8, 9, 10 like Beyonce. And they're like, how would you rate yourself? And you can't use 7. When I heard him say that, I was like, he just took out the mid-range, and everybody's saying 5. He's like, okay, you're a 5. How tall are you? How much you weigh? Oh, what does your father do? He asked one chick, what did her father do? And she said he was like a pastor or something. He said, what did he think about your lifestyle running out here trying to find men? I was like, damn. But you gotta, here's the thing I'm saying to the ladies. Okay, everything you said, you can find him, but you have to find him and now be cool with whatever he's looking for.
That to that point, because this is what I wanted to bring up for the longest. Women want this. I want this. I want that. I want this. I want that. Okay, what are you bringing that all of this is worth? Like, if I got all of that, all right, what am I getting in return? You could say, yeah, I got a job, I got this, or I got a business, I got this, but where your mental at? Like, how are you with kids? You know, like, it's a whole package with men too. So, you know,
and the women, that's the sticky part. Like Jazz would say, yeah, because for the women that want that, you got to realize, ladies, if you want that, now got some of that on kihi.com. But if you want that, you got to be mindful that what is that person looking? Because I've talked to women that said they want certain things, this, that, and another. I'm like, yo, then why aren't you? And are you in Maryland, Lady J?
Yeah.
You're in Baltimore.
Ain't nobody here.
Here in your house? Or
In Baltimore.
No. But you live in Maryland.
I live in Maryland, right?
Listen, I live in Burbank, California, but you live and I'm from Baltimore. But just 45 minutes to an hour and a half, you are near the one of the top affluent African American states and areas in the country. When you get into Southern Maryland and Montgomery County and just frequenting DC and seeing all the cats that like you remember Mark Barnes throwing the Mark Barnes party, all the cats that would usually go to a Thursday night, most of those cats you talking about, if they single, they hitting some kind of happy hour, or they traveling, or they doing whatever. Since you want to be a business owner, start BAN. BAN. Build it, nigga.
What's this?
Oh, your son just brought some heat. since you into business, mom, because all that I'm looking all that. I'm your son. I'm your son. I'm your blood.
Oh,
This is why, ladies, you need to go to kihi.com. You need to go. John Hasbro busted her. Since you want to be a business, you all business owner, you all got your money together. Why don't you go build these $6 million?
Oh man, oh boy, Troy, I would try it. You know, I would try it, but I don't know. I just don't know if it would work for me. I don't know.
What, you mean Kihi?
Yeah.
Oh, but just go on and, like I said, it's free. It's free to go in and build your profile, but it's good to see what kind of conversation. See, most of the time we don't get to have the conversation away from the date. You know what I'm saying? So that's the good thing about Kihi.com. You get to have the conversation away from the date. Like when you're in person with somebody, you're like, oh yeah, oh, you count the client, oh, this joker's severely knock-kneed and he 5'2".
Yeah, and
he said he was chocolate. He's a good.
Yeah,
he's butter pecan at best.
Gilbert, remember the guy I told you about?
Yeah, I was gonna wait. I wanted you to bring it up. I wasn't gonna blow it up because this is one of the most hilarious.
Hold up. Somebody tried to call me. I gotta go out and come back in. I'm coming back in. Hold up. I gotta hear the whole slick story that you're about to tell.
Hey, Kelly Vaughn. Well, this guy he's gone now. He went out.
He said, hold on, he gonna come back. He I guess he got a call. He said he had to go out and come back. But yeah, wait, because I wanted to bring that up so bad, and I'm just like, no, I don't know who's watching. I don't know how it's gonna go. So
that's why I was like, I don't know if I really want to do that, but I'm gonna just say that the person had an impairment, and.
No, you can't tell it like that. No, Lady J, you got to tell her how it is. It's hilarious to me.
I might have to tell him when it's over because I don't know.
That's something else, ladies. That's something else. That's something else that even the owner and the team just mentioned because they're watching now. The security of being able to go on here and not having to give your phone number is a big deal too. You don't have to give your phone number. So you're on here, you're interacting with people, but you can keep it real, but it's another. And also you decide who gets to see your Pandora box. And those people have to be members. So it goes a step, this person has enough. That's another thing that is a good thing about the dating sites. Because if a guy is actually paying to do that, a guy that's not working ain't paying for no dating. He's on Plenty of Fish and Tinder. The guy that's not working is on Plenty of Fish, Tinder, and Facebook, face dating. He ain't on the, the site that's exclusive to mainly business women and men.
Right.
So that's another thing that they're starting to do. Yeah, Kelly Vaughn, go over there, kihi.com. And everybody, remember, just to register, you're going to get my ebook. So you get to ask you get the ebook. If you become a member, you get the actual signed autograph copy. Look at that brother right now. I know he ain't tall and chocolate, but
How tall are you?
And there's a video chat feature in there. It's dope. It's fun. But let's go back.
Wait, Lady J said how tall are you? She said how tall are you?
Who? Me?
No, yeah, Lady J said how tall are you?
I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2", 220.
See, that's
right.
That's the height and weight that I'm talking about. Not somebody that's real skinny and you feel like you look like this. You know what I'm saying?
You just said you 5'2", and it looked like you plentiful. Let me see what's. I'm strong enough. I can handle it.
Look,
don't get me wrong. Are you trying to read? She's turned red as soon as I said that. I said, crazy, like.
Oh my goodness! Oh man!
You video chatting with a dude. He doing this.
Well,
It's like, brother, the screen. You can't. Can you back up a little bit and let me see?
okay.
But hold up. How was this a blind? Obviously, it was a blind date if you only had one eye. But was this a blind date situation?
No, actually, we met somewhere. And
So when you met him, he had an eye patch on.
Yeah.
Was he tall? This is a short dude?
No, he was.
All right, no. Let me tell you how I heard the story because Lady J.
Yeah, because she all of a sudden she turning red and she's sweating.
I'm trying not to do it on a live.
Okay,
because he's probably watching, right?
Right. I don't know who's watching. So.
He's probably still mad. So
I'm just saying he had an impairment, and
eye patch is something different. That's something that happened, but you ain't interested in the guy with an eye patch. Obviously, you say that.
I say a pirate patch. Maybe he had glaucoma.
Right. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, what happened, G? You tell me what the story you got.
Can I tell a story that I heard?
I mean, oh man, I got to do it offline, Troy, because I
can't do that. I'm gonna respect that. So I'm gonna respect that.
Is she turning red and orange? The person must be watching right now, like, I can't believe you were on there. I thought we were better than that. Yeah. I thought we were better than that.
Word. I thought you had God in your life.
I can't.
You ain't like me. Just say you ain't like me.
Right.
I'm just gonna say
talking about me on live.
I can't do that right now, but okay.
I can't watch this no more.
If I go on Tinder, I was gonna say Tinder.
Kihi.com.
Oh,
KEEHE.com.
I'm going Kihi, right? Going Kihi.com. And if I go in and I meet somebody, no. I'm gonna go out there and fill out the profile or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So if I go in there and fill out the profile, maybe we can come back. You can come back and we can talk about, what my experience was like.
Yeah,
that's dope. Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. That's what we're trying to. I want to make sure that, especially for the fellas. Like I said, we got all kinds of fellas that you'd be surprised some of the stories I hear from men. The fact that they're not getting what they're looking for. Like I ran into a friend. I just moved back into Burbank. I ran into a friend a guy I hadn't seen in, man. this is funny. So I'm moving into the place, and you know how you see the signs. This beautiful area. Y'all gonna hate me for this. It's 83 degrees today. So so you see the sign that says free computer stuff, and I'm like, I need to build some stuff for my office. Let me see what they got over here. I'm walking up, and a brother comes down, tall, chocolate brother, 6'3". Lady J, and he got glasses on there. He's like, I know you. I was like, yeah, I kind of get that a lot. He said, you from Baltimore? I said, oh, you know me. You know me. He's like, yeah, I went to your pajama jam birthday party back. This was 12 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, yeah, it was epic, but dang. He said, no. And he went in his phone and pulls up a picture. So he's 52 now, but he looked a little bit different. And I was like, oh, yeah, Brian, right? And I was like, yeah. So we talking. And he tells me about this guy's 52 years old, financial dude, about to retire to St. Lucia, whatever. And so we're talking stuff like that, but he's talking about the same. His stories with females sound like a lot of the women's stories with females.
Right.
But remember, he's the demographic that some women are talking about.
Right.
And he's single, and he's black,
but
and he's retired at 52.
Where is he at now?
He lives in Los Angeles.
Oh, he's in Los Angeles right now. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm telling him he's gonna be on Kihi because I told him, hey, check out this site.
He's too far away though.
Well, see you can't and some of y'all women, the guy you described, Lady J, lives in Jamaica. he lives in Bahamas, He lives in Barbados. He lives in Southern America, not the West Indies, because Columbus was not India. It's called the American Islands. The Caribbean is not West Indies. Stop saying that, y'all. That's like calling a Native American Indian. Stop.
Right.
So the Africans live in those islands that would come into America. Let's Black History Month, y'all. Black history. We was already here. But the guys you're describing, I've met them before. They might not live in Maryland. Some of them live in DC. But you gotta be willing to take that trek. And why do you think sports bars are so packed now with women?
Mm-hmm.
Think about how many sports. Think about the past 10 years, how many women are walking around in New York Giant hoodies and Ravens hoodies, and I'm going to the sports bar. You eating wings? Oh, I love wings. And you know how many women I see online smoking cigars?
No, I know. Yeah. You
know how many cigar bars are open in the DMV, and women in there kicking up? Oh yeah, I'm just chilling with the boys. Hoping that one of the boys be like, "You need a ride home?" Like, thank God, I can't.
Yeah. Right.
Cigar in my hand. Just go on Kihi. Don't put yourself through all that, women. Y'all going to places y'all ain't even. I'm cigars and cognac, baby. That's how I get down. You going home brushing your tongue? Just go on Kihi.
Yeah, I got some stuff to do, but I'll get to it. Maybe no, I can't do it over the weekend because that's my birthday. But I'll get to it.
My birthday too. I'm February 28th. It's gonna be we're gonna have a ball. We're doing some. Actually, we're gonna be doing a lot of some virtual events and stuff like that too, where people can meet people and stuff like that. It's gonna be a lot of members only events coming up. Members only. So that's gonna be dope. Vivian Denise Nelson.
Okay.
When she described her ideal man, I missed it. That's the progress. Vivian Denise Nelson. She described the ideal.
Vivian is my girl, and Vivian is always getting on me about men. She told me I'm too picky. I'm never going to find anybody. The guys are looking at me, and I'm not paying any attention. Somebody said,
but let me do some of the. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. This is just fun. I'm just going to say this, but let me do this part. You got to be mindful and be open just to have fun. Like I said, you're not oblivious. That's one thing Lady J did say, Viv. She said she wanted to have fun. She wants to meet people. She just doesn't want the whole serious thing with it. And as long as you're open to that, you can be open to the rest. And all of a sudden, believe me, Viv, when your girl meet the Jamin Hansu, who happen to be light skinned and 5'8", and you're like, what happened? It's like, I don't know. He just seems cool. Disclaimer, right? Kelly said disclaimer. All of a sudden, somebody gonna stir her mum coffee, and all that. This women are cool. Women have been hurt just like men have been hurt. Men, ladies, y'all think y'all been hurt. Men get hurt and get quiet. So that's another great thing that I like about Kihi, because some guys are going in there and it's fun. And when they see people like me being an ambassador and I do an event and stuff like that, and I'm always talking to brothers. I love my brothers. I love seeing brothers go forth and be more encouraging to other men, because a lot of times men get a bad rap. And like I said, homeboy across the street remembered me and pulled up a picture. I was like, damn, brother, you do remember me. Okay. But men get a bad rap, but men just get quiet when we just communicate differently. That men and women think about the same things. We just process and communicate them differently. Like the woman is like, I'm hurting and you don't talk to me. And women will come into one of my events and say, well, the guy doesn't communicate. He got home and sat in the chair and slouched and did like this, right? He communicating like a mug. 70% of communication isn't talking. If you look up the word communicate, it doesn't say talk.
Non-verbal body language.
He is communicating. He's depressed. He is communicating. He's upset because y'all argued about something a week ago and he just stopped talking. He didn't want to fight with you. He took it there. You know what I'm saying? He is communicating, or the guy is saying something, or you meet this guy and he is hurt and he does have his guard up. I don't understand. He's not making a move. And I know women that ragged on a dude. Saw this guy at the bar and he just kind of looked at me. He ain't say nothing though. Lady, you're a woman. You were being womanly. He was in awe. Guys still get in awe of beautiful women. We lose words and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right, baby Mike. So we lose words and stuff. And women, y'all got to get out of this mind that this guy is going to come a certain way. Like if a guy come up to you, hey, little lady, when mine did, lady, steady time. Is he rapping like that? Right. He doing the Sugar Hill Gang rap coming up to you, back up
all day long. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He got. Oh, you dropped this? Oh, what did I drop? My name, my number.
A lot of guys missed opportunity with women because they're intimidated or they are afraid of getting that rejection, you know. So they look at you all day long, but they ain't gonna say nothing because of how they feeling or what their experiences are. So that's something like I had this conversation with my wife too. I'm like, I used to like aggressive women, like women that would make the first move. Like one is flattering, you know,
right?
And two,
you're about to get another call from old girl. Oh, it's flattering if I sit on your face. Okay.
No.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so it's flattering, and you save me a lot of trouble. You know, I don't have to wonder if you like me or not. You came and you told me you like me, so you know we could take it from there. So yeah, a lot of guys miss opportunities because they don't know how to approach beautiful women.
Exactly.
Keehee.com. Keehee, KEEHEE.com. I want us to have these because we're going to be having events and stuff as well. But the dialogue, Eric and that building, but he's like, Mom, every time you say it, but we have to rehearse something. And I say this to you, Lady J, and I know why you say what you say, but I also know you're open. So, but your list is so gangster that most people can't see the open. I can look through it because I've talked to thousands of women in the past 17 years. I've heard the same, and I'm from the DMV. So if you've never been, if some of y'all have never been, at what age can a man snap out of the nonverbal mess? Kelly, let me help you, baby. Never.
Yeah.
Men and women think about the same things. We just process and communicate them differently. You are a talker by nature. You have more white brain matter. Let me tell you how gangster women are. Women can be at work and working at her desk and doing her thing, get on the phone. Hey girl, what's going on? Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm here. Yes, ma'am. Hold on. One was like, yes, your son did get locked up today. Yes, he does have syphilis. Girl, you want me to call you back? No, I'm good. Yeah. Like I said, we're gonna go out tonight and no. Oh yes. Oh yeah, he's in room 235. You want me to hang up? No, I got you, girl. I'm good. Let me go. And she on the phone. We gonna go out. She in the garage in the elevator. Hold on. I'm back. Look, we gonna go out tonight. She go home on the phone. Come in. Get out your school clothes. You know when you say, let me see your homework. Cooking to try to set time up. Do all this stuff. Go over to work. Do whatever. Talk to the family. Do whatever. Work on some work. Have sex with her husband and do it all again. A woman's mind can work like that. A guy gets home from work, he may still be upset about an argument at work. And he's trying not to blow up at the woman. He's trying to figure out his words so he won't hurt her. He does not want to get in the argument. And he comes through the door. You know what your son did today? He's like,
I was just about to say, like,
please.
What am I saying? What? Like,
and Kelly was like, I don't want a guy that don't talk to me. Kelly, it's a bunch of guys out here talk. I'm a talker by nature.
Right.
So it's a bunch of guys out here to talk and to express themselves. But make sure, here's the thing you gotta realize, ladies, we're in a different day and age. We don't hear women talking about sugar, spice, and everything nice. I know because you gotta work and do your thing. Remember, we're talking about healthy interdependence. Men who want a woman don't want a man.
Say that again. Say it again.
Men who want a woman don't want a man. Men like to be needed. Men like to make sure we're bringing something to the table too. It's all right. Believe me, we got women. If you started working at your job at 18, ladies, and you 50, you got seniority, and this dude had 2 jobs, and you've been in the same place. And if you're in the DMV, especially because a lot of 6-figure chicks in the DMV, you're probably making more money than him. But are you somebody said it, I don't know who said it online, I saw it. It was like, don't take away the man's opportunity to be a man. Whatever capacity that is. Remember, a man's position is to provide, protect, and love.
Mm-hmm.
So provide doesn't mean that, look, I don't care if you not the breadwinner or not. He can still pay the mortgage if y'all married. He can still pick the, he might pay one bill and let him pay the house note. Whatever it is that however you decide to blend, I decide to come together. But he's your protector, and the man brings a certain kind of love. But if you are coming at him with list and all, words should not be counted but weighed. Go ahead, Dana. Woo! Dana Thompson said words should not be counted but weighed. What did he say? You remember the speaker? My father didn't say a lot, but when he spoke, your father didn't say a lot, but when he spoke, because one day he got in an argument with your mother, said, if I don't shut up, I'm gonna kill this woman. So he sat down in his chair like, I don't need to argue. I stopped arguing with her 35 years ago, right, Mabel?
You're right, babe. You got it. Yep. You're absolutely
you
right.
got that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because women talk by nature.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not gonna talk, but men, remember back in the day, the grandma, when your father get home, when your grandfather get home, don't be jumping on him. It'll be letting, don't be jumping in his face. They would set the whole tone. Now it's different when both of y'all out working and both of y'all come home at the same time, putting keys in the door.
Right.
So we had a different thing. This woman set the atmosphere, and she didn't even let the man disrupt the atmosphere. Oh, y'all, baby, why don't you go sit down or go to the bathroom or go whatever. I'll get some food together, this, that, and that. Because I set this whole tone. And you're gonna come in here and hopefully he wasn't like some aggressive, abusive man. But we just have to learn the nature of men and women. I love talking about my mission in life is to help men and women communicate better in love. So I love this kind of stuff. And Kihi, you're gonna get a lot of stuff that you would not normally get, especially us as a people. Some things you would not normally get in other sites because the founders of it and the people involved with it care about communication. So what the sister was saying, we care about communication, helping people communicate better. That's what this gift is about. Like everybody on here, if you send LadyJ, well, you got to register. Let me stop making it so easy. You register. They'll let me know you're getting your ebook tonight. It's free registration, so y'all good.
Troy, this has been so much fun.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you.
Anytime.
Thank you so much. Van wants to know if you are a comedian. Are you a comedian?
Yeah, I'm a comedian, a host. I own a consulting business here in Los Angeles. But Kihi, yes, success rate.
Okay.
What would Lady J success rate be on Kihi? Lady J is probably gonna have her own page, Eric, on Kihi before it's all said and done. but that's we don't. I want to see. Let's all be honest with one another. Let's all be honest. Let's be real.
Oh my goodness!
As long as she don't go there and get medieval.
Hilarious.
Thanks for this, Lady J.
Thanks for this, Lady J.
Nice meeting you, Kelly.
Thank you, Kelly.
I got to get you on here, Kelly Vaughn. But yeah, listen. Kelly Vaughn said Lady J is going to crash that app. Look, I'm going to fill it out. I'm going to go there. Because I have so much work to do, but maybe tonight sometime I'll, start working on it.
As soon as Lady J get off here, she be like, I was born the son of a sharecropper. Son? What? Oh, no, somebody else's story.
Oh, goodness. No, Troy,
I had to fight all my life.
It won't be that fast, but I'm definitely going to try it out, and I'm going to, see what happens. I don't know. I'll see what happens.
But like I said, we're also going to have some. Yeah.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna follow up with you. See how I know. We're gonna see what's going on.
Gilbert, I promise I will have that filled out. What's today? Tuesday, Monday.
See, here's what Lady J don't know. All the guys that's been trying to get with her, they going right to kihi.com too. They're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell her everything.
Yeah.
But yo, ladies, just be honest. Like Kelly and all these other ladies on here, and men. It doesn't make more sense to go somewhere where you don't have to do the whole date and then be like, that was a waste of time and money.
Right.
They're blowing up her phone already. You can't. I can't believe you said something about my patch.
Y'all gonna get me in trouble for that, but listen,
No,
it was
we're gonna
all
have some
good.
live events coming up too. Just imagine we're gonna have some live events and live Zoom and all that stuff. And
about that. Wait, you got something coming out?
Before you go, tell us about them.
oh, we're definitely my Taboo Talk tour. I used to be. Somebody asked me this. My website is TroyRawlingsLive.com. But with Kihi and everything, we're gonna be having some live events, dating events, and we're gonna have live events via Zoom. And then eventually, when things start lightening up, we'll get back into doing some of the shows and interacting and day parties and stuff like that. So that's a good fit. But a lot of the stuff from Kihi is going to be exclusive to members only. So just get in the flow because we want to make sure we.
That's a reason for me to sign up, because I like to travel and I like to have fun, and if I know I can dress up and come out and have fun, I'm there.
And right now, me and my partner, we got North Carolina, we got the DMV, of course, we traveled. I'm in Los Angeles, we got Tampa, Florida, we got Vegas. We got a lot of places that we're going to be tying into the events and stuff, because that's one of the things I do. I produce events, and like I said, my whole thing is to get men and women to communicate better in love. So I don't believe in the battle of the sexes bullshit. So I really try to get people to communicate better. So I'm right there with you, Kelly, as far as making sure people communicate. But you can't hear a man is not a female with a dick. So we don't talk the same.
Wow. Glad the kids gone to bed, or I hope they gone to bed.
I was about to say, it's not to, please. my daughter's somewhere with headphones on with a ear to the door.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so Troy, we'll talk. I would like to come and cover some of your events too.
Yes. I'm gonna make sure I have a bunch of.
I'm a big fan of comedy. I want to see a comedy show. I love comedy, and you had me crying over here. That's why you keep seeing me wipe my eyes, like. So I definitely want to.
Dude, let me tell you something. I have to be reserved on this platform because, like I said, people are home. I got my daughter's in her bedroom down the hall, but every what did you say down the hall? It's like it'd be like Christmas if she thinks it's an adult. Oh, Daddy's having one of his adult talks.
Oh my God.
She coming down like Saint Nick and saying, "What are you doing?" Oh, I just wanted some. I just wanted some water.
Well, Troy, thank you so much. Everybody, thank you for coming. Like, this was great. This was so much fun. This was so much fun.
Yeah, and like I said, we can do another piece where it's straight taboo, where it's raw and cut, and any question to people. When I do my shows, and you'll see some of the clips on my website, TroyRawlingsLive.com. And I'm getting a Kihi. I gotta put my Kihi exchange. I gotta put my Kihi stuff up there. But you'll see it, some of my clips, like I have the raw and cut clean, and I have raw and cut. Okay. So even the clean show is adult. So yeah, my live show is we rock out. If it's 100 people, if it's 100+ people there, we might be there for 3 hours. I'm the Tony Robbins of this thing because I take people's sex, love, relations questions and do improv off of it.
And people just talk about everything, I guess.
If you put your question in a bucket with no name on it, there's nothing taboo after that. And I tell people, if you're talking about men and women, say some or most, because you ain't been with everybody. So get rid of the whole everybody. And then we get into a place, and there's no judgment. I said, I don't care if you're a virgin or if you sucking dick in the hallway. We all on the same playing field.
Right.
Yeah. One who was sucking dick might be a little further ahead, but
it's cold.
You got to cringing. Oh man.
Yeah,
yes. This has been super dope, super fun. I really appreciate you coming on this platform, sharing this information and keeping it, so live. I thank everybody who joined us, who comment, who shared, appreciate all the support.
Yeah, definitely.
We can't wait to do it again, brother.
Oh yes, my pleasure. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna keep it real, and it's a lot of healing that comes from that part. So laughter heals. So I try to use it.
Well, I think that's the thing about it. Even though we laughed a lot, I think a lot of us learned something as well tonight. Even though we were laughing, we still learned something.
My wife learned that somebody wanted to sit on my lap, so now I gotta go deal with that. but thank you.
Is Van still on there? Oh my goodness, Van, see what you started?
Man, when she came and said, "Oh, this was happening," oh, LOL.
She said I would be watching every week now. See what's going on.
I see you got a fan. No wonder.
Oh, so that's
Every time you come, baby, let's work, baby, let's work.
Yeah, that's why you coming in the room so happy, huh?
Oh, quiet. You got quiet on the set, y'all. Y'all got to do my show.
Look, y'all, this is John Hansborough. He's one of the guests on. He's one of the hosts on the station. This is his music. What's the song called? This song is called "I Won't Complain." Make sure you check out his music. Go on YouTube. Check out his music.
My man John, we go back. We went to elementary school together.
He said he knows you. Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah. Wow. Well, this is his music.
Black man,
So everybody have a great week. Next week we coming back with another show, BMore Brooklyn. This is Troy Rawlings. Make sure you check out. I put your website on here. Let me make sure. TroyRowlingsLive.com. Make sure you go to Kihi. Fill out that information, y'all. Then you get a book. So make sure y'all check it out. I'll see y'all next week. I'm LadyJ. I'm gonna go fill out the information too.
Yeah, and I'm Gilbert and Bell.
Look, he said, John said Troy's been funny since elementary school.
I'm glad I stuck with it.
All right, y'all.
There's some cats we went to elementary school with that's funny in jail right now. Y'all don't think that's funny? Well, I guess this ain't funny. Ain't nobody laughing.
All right, y'all. See everybody. We're gone. We out.